Hey everyone, welcome to my kitchen and welcome back to my kitchen if you're regular. Today we're going to be making a delicious Cuban dessert called Señoritas. Hola mis cariños, hoy les traigo una receta muy tradicional de Cuba, muy rica, se llama Señoritas Cubana. For the ingredients, we're going to be needing 2 puff pastry sheets, 2 cups of milk, 4 egg yolks, 1 cinnamon stick, 1/4 cup of cornstarch, 3/4 cups of sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, lime peel, a pinch of salt, and we're going to be making an icing, so we're going to need 2 cups of powdered sugar and 1/4 cup of cocoa powder. So what we're going to do now is take our puff pastry sheets out of the paper, and I'm only going to use 1 for right now. Okay, vamos a abrir el paquete. So you want to open your dough and roll it out a little bit. Okay, abra la masa y con un rodillo suavemente aplana la masa. The next step is to cut the pastries into squares, and you want to measure your pastry sheet so that you can have all the sizes around the same. Okay, vamos a cortar la masa en partes iguales. Now we're going to bake these at 375 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes, depending on your stove. You don't want to over bake these because then they'll crack. I learned that the hard way. You want to just bake them for about 20 minutes until they're soft so that you can still cut them. You don't want them crumbly. Vamos a hornear las hojitas a 375 grados durante 20 minutos no más. No hornearlas demasiado porque se romperán. Lo aprendí de la manera difícil. Para el siguiente paso necesitamos 2 bandejas y papel de hornear porque vamos a poner una bandeja encima de la otra. Okay, so now we're going to start making our filling. So we're going to start preparing to make our natilla. Separamos las claras de las yemas de 4 huevos y agregamos en un bowl. Now we're going to add in our 2 cups of milk, our lime peel, our cinnamon stick, a pinch of salt, a teaspoon of vanilla, and 3/4 cups of sugar. Ok, añadimos 2 tacitas de leche, cáscara de lima, una ramita de canela, unas pizquitas de sal, vanilla y azúcar. Ok, mezclamos muy bien y cocinamos durante 10 minutos hasta que la leche se espesa. Ok, añadimos nuestra maicena. Now we're going to add in our cornstarch, and you want to stir this constantly so it doesn't turn lumpy. No dejes de remover la leche porque no quiere grumos. No hay nada peor que una natilla llena de grumos. Now we're going to temper our eggs. We're going to take about 1/4 cup of milk, and we're going to add the milk into our eggs, and we're going to mix it up, and then we're going to pour the mixture back into our pot of milk. We're doing this so that we won't scramble the eggs. We won't cook our eggs in the milk. Necesitamos sacar un cuarto de taza de leche para mezclar con las yemas para evitar cocinar los huevos. Stir the milk mixture until it thickens and continue to stir it so it doesn't stick. Remover la mezcla de la leche para que no se pegue. Now at this point you can stop cooking the natilla, but if you want it more thicker, you could continue cooking it a little longer. En este punto la natilla está lista, pero si quieres que sea más gruesa, que seguir cocinando. So now I'm going to remove the natilla from the stove, and I'm going to refrigerate this for at least a half an hour so that it can cool off. And I'm going to put plastic over top of it so it doesn't get a film. La vamos a poner nuestra natilla en la nevera para enfriar por 30 minutos, más o menos, y cúbrela con saran wrap. So now we're going to make the icing that goes over top of our señoritas. Okay, vamos a hacer nuestro glaseado para poner encima de las señoritas. Le puse 2 tacitas de azúcar en glass y vamos a poner 4 cucharas de agua. Okay, so you're going to keep stirring until this becomes a smooth mixture. And we're going to be making a chocolate frosting because we're going to be making stripes across the top. Y también vamos a hacer glaseado de chocolate. Now we're going to take our puff pastries out of the oven, and we're going to move on to the next step of filling the puff pastries with the glaze that we made. Now with the puff pastries, you don't want to overcook these because they will crumble. Okay, nuestro hojaldre están listo. Okay, vamos a rellenarlo. Okay, vamos a cortar los hojaldre con un cuchillo en la metal. So our puff pastries look great, and we're going to cut them in the middle with a knife so that we can separate them. So now you want to cover one of the pieces of the puff pastries with natilla, and just spread it along with the spoon or a knife. Okay, cubre la pieza de hojaldre con natilla con una cuchara o un cuchillo. Okay, coloca encima una capa de hojaldre. Now you want to repeat the process. Okay, repite el proceso y agrega el resto de la natilla encima. Okay, so you're going to put the last layer on top, and you're going to clean off the sides with the knife. Okay, con un cuchillo limpia las orillas, los bordes. Now, señoritas are, you're going to find them different ways. But traditionally, you're going to find them with powdered sugar on top of it. Today, I decided not to make the powdered sugar because it's kind of messy. So I decided to make more of an icing on top. Vas a encontrar a las señoritas con azúcar en polvo a la mayor parte del tiempo en las panaderías. Now for the icing. We're going to put the chocolate icing in a piping bag so we can make the stripes. Now we're going to clean up the edges. We're going to use a serrated knife to cut the edges off so we can make them nice and clean. Con un cuchillo cerrado, limpio los bordes. So I'm just going to clean up this mess, and I'll be right back. Voy a limpiar este desastre y ahorita vengo. Now for this next step, all you need is a spoon, and just scoop some of the icing on top of the puff pastry and just spread it. And you're also going to need either a toothpick or a skewer, because you're going to need that when you make the chocolate lines in the icing. Tomo un poquito de glaseado y póngalo encima de el hojaldre. Y para este siguiente paso necesitarás un palito o un pincho. Now we're going to make our stripes right across. And if you don't have a piping bag, you can use a plastic Ziploc bag. And just cut a hole at the tip and you'll be able to create the same effect. Ok, vamos a hacer las líneas arriba. Si no tiene manga pastelera, puede usar un Ziploc baggie. Well, guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and follow me on Facebook at Lilitas Cuban Kitchen. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Bueno, mis amores, es hora para ayudarme. Si te gusta este video, dale un like. Sígueme en Facebook at Lilitas Cuban Kitchen. Gracias por verme. Bye-bye.